Hey guys, I am back. I've got bits and pieces out all over my studio space so that I can work on Nadine's letter journal. I'm going to add some Happy Mail to my own letter journal, and also at the same time work on a few Happy Mail embellishments. So I am going to fast forward through most of the process, not all of it. Before I get started, I'm going to let you know that I printed out a bunch of memes with my new LG pocket printer, and I also printed out some selfies, some pictures of my work. And why am I telling you this? So some of these are going to get used in the letter journals. That's something else that I've discovered that I really like doing. Is a lot of us now are putting maps in the back of our journals. Nadine did the same thing. I've done it in mine. And I really like the idea I got from doing a journal recently with someone of putting a selfie in the back on the map page with a, a little arrow or a mark to where I am. Nadine's put my name in here already. So that's going to be part of what I do, is I'm going to add a selfie or a little note or something to this page. I am going to put an envelope in her letter journal. Now this is a little envelope that had extra buttons in it from my grandmother's sewing box. I started to write a note on here for a different letter journal that I was going to put it in, and I messed up the handwriting, so then I just picked another one and did another one. Now I'm not going to completely cover this up, but I'm going to do some stenciling over it, I think, and then put it in Nadine's journal somewhere. I don't know where exactly yet. I might actually just do it here. I'm going to decorate a tag and put a tag in here with a note to Nadine, and that will be fun. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do on the other pages, but I'm going to start with putting some collage elements on them. We are going to speed up the drying process with a heat gun as much as we can without activating anything on these other pages that are already done, because I don't want to mess up anything. So I will probably be sticking wax paper or something in there. And we will see how far I get. I'm going to speed through it and I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the last page that needs to be done in Nadine's journal. Holy moly, I'm glad, because I was starting to run out of ideas. Nadine, love you, sweetie, but I hope I don't get any more of your journals with this many blank pages. And I still have mine to do with the blank pages, but that's okay. As we went through the process, you saw that I created some Happy Mail envelopes. I worked on some more tags and other little bits and pieces. When I'm doing something like this, I'm always thinking about not wasting the paint and what else can I do with it. I do want to send out some more Happy Mail, so it's good to have little bits of tags and things that I can work with and play with, and I will show in another video exactly what the assembly process is for this next batch of 5 letters of Happy Mail. If you're part of one of the letter journal groups and you're the last person to get the journal, it's really nice if you don't send it back with any blank pages. The whole idea is to have a collaborative piece of artwork, go back to the originator, to have everybody work on most or if not all the pages. That doesn't always work out. When I'm working on journals, I frequently, even if I'm in the middle of the group and I'm, you know, the second person or first person to get the journal, I will work on one double page spread, and then I'll take a couple more pages and I'll at least do jelly prints on them, or I'll stick a random piece of, you know, a collage bit somewhere or something like that, that I fully expect other people in the line to work around, work on top of, to change, to alter. This, I have to be honest with you, is the very first journal I've done where I've remembered to sign all the pages. So like I said, if you've gotten a journal I've worked in the past and I forgot to sign any of the work or didn't sign anything but one, I know there's a journal out there I only signed 1 page and I did a few pages because I just forgot. Send it back to me. I will sign it. I'll include a few pieces of Happy Mail and I'll send it back to you. Now, the cover is usually also fair game. On mine, I purposefully leave the covers blank because I want you guys to put stuff on the cover. It's really nice if you can put some sort of little notes, tags, envelopes. I put a picture of myself with a note in the back on the map page. I used quite a few of my little memes and some bits out of my Word box. Use things that are special to you, that you have around your studio. Share them, collaborate with your friends in the letter journals. That's what they're all about. Your letter journals are supposed to be 4 pages plus the cover. Nadine knows because I already told her this one has too many pages. It has actually 1 extra page, which is why there's one of the reasons there's so many pages in here. So make sure when you're creating them, before you send it out, that you've got the right number of pages in there. I've been guilty of that too. I've done that before. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you guys not to do anything I haven't already done wrong, because I've done all of them wrong. Oh, and I'm gonna have to put some X's on the back on that. So anyway, I hope this gives you some ideas of what the process is for working in a letter journal. At the very minimum, you should be doing a double page spread. But when you're done with that, you should also be touching a couple of other pages. Doing some jelly prints, doing some doodles, adding some collage bits, and then passing it along. Now, the last person to get the journal, you know, unfortunately, if you're the last person on the list, you're stuck doing anything nobody else has done and finishing up the journal if there's room in it. So far, I have yet to see one land on my desk that's completely full. Although PETA says that has happened to her, where she's had one that was completely full and there was no place for her to do anything. I have not had that yet. So anyway, go out today, do something nice for yourself and your friends. You deserve it, and so do they. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey guys, as part of the, I think this is going to be like a four-parter, jelly prints / letter journals and Happy Mail. Okay, so I just finished Nadine's letter journal, which you saw in the previous video, and I have extra paint left here on my palette that's wet. You all know I don't like to waste paint. I've got bunches of bits and pieces hanging above my desk. They're drying for Happy Mail, but while they're drying, I think I'm going to take my letter journal, which came back And let's see, Nadine, Meridel, and Farah were all part of the group with me, and they did a great job working on the cover and doing some pages. Here's a great Gelli printed page. I Gelli printed on this one when I was working on Nadine's journal because it was completely blank. And then there's this one, which I kind of like. I know it's really plain, but I kind of like it. And then this one, which I also Gelli printed on. I think I did. I don't know. Look in the first video. Now I don't remember. I think so, yeah. And then Meridel did 3 pages. Thank you so much, Mary. I love it. And you gave me a window page. I love your windows. Fabulous. And I got some of your gold ink in my journal. I love that. So I'm going to use some Happy Mail to finish these pages. Let me pick all these memes up off the table before they get discombobulated too much. Okay. So we're going to do some Happy Mail on here, and I have some bits and pieces down here in front of me that just came in from Farah Jackson, among others, with this journal and some other things. And I also have my boxes like spread out all over the studio. You can't see. So I'm going to speed forward through the process, and I'm going to try to finish some of these pages that I think need something else on them, and I will be right back. Okay, here is the finished letter journal. It's still actually a little bit wet. The group was myself, Nadine Hoved, Maridel Abrams, and Farrah Jackson. This is the front cover. This page already had the jelly print on it, and I added, this is from a calendar, and then this is from Happy Mail, and then I did some stenciling. You may not have seen all of that because I evidently forgot to turn the camera on. This page was already done by Farrah. She signed it. This is another one I done. This is the one that's wet. So I printed with the neon pink on the jelly plate when I was doing Nadine's journal, and then after, part of what you didn't see because I forgot to turn the camera on was I added these bits from Happy Mail, and this is from my word box. It's actually from Happy Mail, and then I used some paint to paint some dots and things on. This was already done this way. I'm going to leave it like that. This is another page that was blank. I printed on when I was doing Nadine's journal, and the little bits and pieces are all from Happy Mail that I put on here, and then I added some paint and ink. This is Maridel did this one. She did a great job. And I love that she gave me a window page. I love that. Mary, you're going to have to tell me where these pictures are from. I don't know if it says on here. It doesn't say. So I would love to know where these are from, if they're from where you live. They're beautiful photos. Alright, that's it for today. Go out and have a great day. Do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. And if you're in a letter journal swap and you're the last person to get the journal, try to make sure there's at least something on every page. Okay, and if you're in a letter journal group, as the process goes along, you are supposed to do at least one double page spread. Then, because it is a letter journal, the idea is for it to be collaborative piece of artwork. You should be touching a couple of the other pages. Whether there's a map page in it and you've added, like I did in Nadine's, and you've added maybe a selfie and a note. Maybe you put in an envelope like I did in Nadine's here with a tag in it with a note. Maybe you just do a few jelly prints on a few pages, and then the next person that comes behind you, you see something with jelly printing on it. That doesn't mean you can't do anything on there. You're supposed to add things to it, okay? Also, this is something I'm completely guilty of still. I have to remember, Nadine's will be the first one I remember to do it on everything, is sign your work. I keep forgetting to do that myself. I have a big problem with that. So sign your work and have fun. Go out and do something nice for yourself today. You deserve it, and I'll see you later.